want you to take a look at this billboard. See? You can see it, right, you people?
Yeah.
Where is it? There it is. Okay. It says, go ahead and skip church. Just be good for goodness sake. Happy holidays. Now, that is written by the atheists, American atheists, okay? They don't believe in God at all. So now they're in this evangelical area, and they're telling people you don't have to go to church. You know, just be good for goodness sake. Now, you, as a good Christian woman, does that annoy you or offend you?
It doesn't, and I'll tell you why. This is like, you couldn't feed me something better to have a conversation that would then lead into sharing the gospel message.
I see.
Them just even asking or saying, go be good, go be good. I would then say, well, what is good? And what's the standard of goodness to you? And what's God's standard of goodness? And so I love that they put this billboard up.
Yeah,
because it gives me the ability to...
You hate it?
Like it?
Somebody hates it.
No, I don't like it. And I consider myself a good Catholic. And I think it's sort of the
Sunday
equivalent...
Hostin's here, by the way.
And I'm one of those Sunday churchgoers, and I've said before I'm pro-life, and I believe a lot of the Catholic tenets. But I also don't like the billboards that say, you know, repent or you're going to hell. Like, I don't like that. And so I think sort of live and let live. You're free to be you. When you are, as an atheist, telling people not to go to church, it is the equivalent of me trying to push my faith down your throat.
I agree with that in a way. It's like, why don't they mind their own business? You
Exactly.
know? If people want to go to church, let them go to church. You don't want to go to church, you don't believe in God, don't believe in God.
Yeah.
Right, I agree with that.
But here's the thing. I think the danger, too, and we talked about this, and I totally get where you're coming from. But at the end of the day, nobody can take away what Christmas means to you. And everybody's on edge and so easily offended. Why can't we just be confident in what we believe and what we believe the Christmas spirit to be?
Do you think
that billboard is not going to change my feelings.
Raven, do you think, though, that these atheists put it up there, like, to say to some people who are evangelical, let's say, or very good Christians like our darling Candace, like, in case you don't want to go to church, it's okay? Like, there must be a few out there who don't really want to do it.
Well, I think that there is kind of a stigma if in some places people are feeling like they're forced to go to church during Christmas, or they're forced to feel some type of Christian way because of Christmas, when ultimately we've taken this amazing holiday and what it really stands for, the birth of Jesus Christ, and turned it into a big fat man with a white beard and how many presents can you buy me or give and gifting. And I don't think that they were trying to take people out of their religion or promote theirs.
No.
They were just giving a symbol, just like you said. There are posters that Christians or Catholics put up that say, hey, this is what...
Repent or go to hell.
Well, they say other things too. They have other nicer ones, and it's their right, and I don't have a problem with it, because you don't have to go to you don't have to go to church on Christmas. And it is about being good. And that's what all religions are about anyway. Be a good person.
Yeah, the one thing I don't like about it.
You don't think all religions have the thing of be a good person?
Not Christianity,
No.
but by grace through faith.
Yeah.
What?
By grace through faith, you've been saved. So it's nothing that we can do.
I was good. I'm a good girl. I don't know what they're worried about.
But Joy, then what? But what is the standard of goodness?
Be good to your neighbor. Don't cheat on your husband. Don't steal.
But in the Bible,
Don't
but
murder.
here's the thing.
Don't murder anybody. Pretty simple.
Very simple also.
But in the Bible, God's standard is the 10 Commandments.
I'm good on that, too.
You've never told a lie before, ever?
What, is that one of the commandments?
It's the commandment.
Never
It's number
mind.
9.
So maybe the 9 commandments she's
That's my
okay with.
point.
Oh,
God's
1 out of
standard
10?
goodness
You're
is
gonna kill me
different.
for that?
Well, God says if you've disobeyed but one commandment, it's as if you've disobeyed all of them. So if God's standard is different by which he judges the world, then that's where the argument of only being a good person then leads to the gospel.
Okay. And let me just say on that, I can understand that, but then you have to look at, okay, sometimes you have to tell a little white lie, or sometimes you have to do certain things to get by, especially in the world that we've created
And
for
also,
ourselves
what
now.
about coveting thy neighbor's goods? I'm not good on that either.
I'm not good on that one.
I want that.
None of us are.